This morning, I'm going to ask my friend and brother David if he would come forward. David's going to give us his testimony this morning, and I'd like for you to listen intently to the words that he has. I'd like for you to hear the heart that speaks. Let me present to you David Swanson, my brother. Thank you. Here's the mic.
Well, let me say before I get started, you got the mic on, Mike?
Because of that thing.
There you go. You got it? Left switch. Now, is that, okay, that was me, sorry. Before I get started, I just want to say I love this church. I love Cecil and Debbie and all the people in this church. I feel very privileged to have this church to come to. My testimony is just like about anybody else's that's lived a rough life. Probably just about anybody in here's got about the same testimony. I lived a life of drinking and partying, and I got saved when I was 9 years old. I always had faith that God was taking care of me. I always knew that He was there for me. I prayed even during the rough times. I prayed. My dad died when I was 23 years old, and I took it very hard, very, very hard. I got to drinking really hard and bad when my dad died. I couldn't hardly take it because I love my dad more than anybody in this world. It ruined the relationship between me and my mom and most of my friends. I really lost a whole lot of friends when I was drinking so bad. But during all that, I even then knew that God was with me. I always knew that He was with me. I went to church on and off for periods of time, and then I drank again. And I get to drinking really bad and going to DTs. And I wouldn't wish that on my worst friend or enemy or friend. But after a while, I got to going back to church again and got hooked up with John Weston College and went there for a little while. And felt the Lord calling me. I felt the Lord calling me from the time I was a child to do something, to be a preacher. And like I say, I went to John Weston College for a while. And I quit going there because I felt the devil messing with me. Like any time that you feel like or any time that you're trying to do something good for the Lord, the devil's going to mess with you. And he started messing with me and telling me that I couldn't go to college and also make a living. So I quit going. I let him get the upper hand on me. And I really wish to this day I'd never done that. But I did do it. And I let the devil get the best of me again. And I started drinking again pretty heavy. And I went through the DTs again. The total time I went through DTs 3 different times. Then I met Vanessa. And she was the only one who stayed with me. I lost a wife, or I got divorced because of my drinking. And then I rambled around and dated different women. And then I met Vanessa. And Vanessa's been with me for 18 years now. This is the longest relationship I've ever had with anybody, except for Adam. I've been known Adam for 35 years.
Amen, brother.
And anyway, she's been by my side every day ever since I've known her. And I thought that I quit drinking when I met her. And I went for about 3 years, and one day, well, I can drink a little bit and it not bother me anymore. And I drink a beer here and there, but I was wrong. And I pulled a really bad drunk, a real bad one. And I was so good at drinking that she thought I was drinking just a little bit, where in actuality I was drinking a case of beer a day. And she didn't know I was doing that. I was hiding it from her. And she went on a business trip and came home one night, and I didn't really expect her to come home that night. And I was in the bed just passed out drunk. And I had a gun in the bed with me. And she come in and I told her I thought about killing myself. And she'd had enough of that. She wasn't going to put up with that. And she took me to the hospital. And I was in the hospital how long was I in the hospital, sweetie? About a week. And I had to go through DTs again. Worst thing in the world. I hate them so bad. But the draw and the pull on me was so strong to drink that I didn't even think about having DTs when I was drinking. I just went ahead and drank, even though I knew that I was going to have to sober up at some time and go through these things. So at this time when I went through them, I prayed and I asked God to please help me, and that I would straighten up and I wouldn't drink anymore like that. And I promised Him that I wouldn't. So when I had the DTs that night, instead of seeing monsters and demons and everything like I had in the past, I saw angels floating around me in the hospital room. And I knew right then that God was taking care of me and that He had a purpose for me. And when I got out of the hospital, I straightened up and started doing better. We started going to church. And it brought me to where I'm at today. I just want to say that if there's anybody in here that don't know the Lord and they're struggling with anything like I was struggling with, just know that the Lord's there to help you, and He will be with you and will help you. I've gained so many friends since I've quit drinking. I've lost a bunch of friends when I quit drinking too. I mean, your drinking pals, they kind of go by the wayside when you quit drinking. But I mean, I got like Adam and Stan and Corey and Mike, and all the guys around here that's become my buddies since I quit drinking, and I praise God for them all. But anyway, in Cecil especially, he brought the brothers together and ordained me, and I'm so appreciative for that. And that's about my testimony.
David, we love you, brother.
Love you too, man.
And we thank you. We thank you for the words that you had.
Thank you, brother.